Hi guys, welcome back. We're going to do another round of the series. Um, this time we're at China. We're just doing a quick livery update. I've had a few people ask if I'm driving the Ferrari, so I thought I'd just swap the colours around so it looks a bit different. Plus I wanted a black halo, so that kind of works for us. Okay, we did get a couple of upgrades come through, so we've got an upgraded car, so hopefully that will work for us at China. It is a track I've been okay at in the past, so that should help us a little. So let's get into it and let's see how we go. Oh, that hasn't helped. Okay. So the game crashed. Okay, let's get it back up here. Sorry about this, everyone. That's not a good look, but sorry. We don't need to watch the intro again, we've all seen it before. So, I'm sorry that happened. Hopefully it doesn't happen again. Hasn't happened in the past, so hopefully we'll be okay. Okay, so let's try this again. I did leave it idle for a little bit, so maybe that had a little bit to do with it, but yeah. Okay, let's we'll run you through some stuff. We got a couple of upgrades on the chassis and aero now. We don't have enough money to buy any more, sorry, enough points to buy any more upgrades, so hopefully we will after this race weekend. But let's go to the weekend. Hey Amanda, thanks for tuning in again. She's our lead mechanic. Okay, so we're here, we can go to the track. We still got the proper 3-stage qualifying, so let's see if we can get through to Q2 or 3. Have a good feeling we might finally score the points here. We need to do that in 2 rounds to get our sponsor bonus, so hopefully we can get that out of the way early so we can just focus on developing the car. Did anyone watch practice last night for F1? There's a couple of big crashes. The Ricardo one was pretty big. Apparently he's hurt his knee. It's all bruised apparently.
I've had a chat with Carl about the new parts and we're happy that they've been integrated into the car okay. With any luck, you'll be able to feel the improvement, so give them a try.
Yeah, so we got a couple of new parts as I was saying. We'll bring in, let's see what we do, the track acclimatization first. I think that's probably the best one to do. On the hard tyres, that's fine. We'll drive out for the first one.
A bit like a rubber out on track. Try to take it easy for a couple of laps.
My car does look good with the black. Makes everything on the screen, like the chat and stuff, stand out a bit better as well. There's a couple of corners on this track that's just like Phillip Island, you're just got to be super patient with. Has been years since I drove here. And I realised it's been that long ago since I was properly played an F1 game. I was still using a hand controller. So we've come a long way in that time. That corner probably been taken flat these days. This was another tricky one where you got weight. Let's see what sort of speed we can get down the straight. 300. $324. So our top speed has improved. Probably slightly late under brakes there. DRS is the next point.
Get ready to open it.
Thanks everyone for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow our pages.
Good work. You seem to have a solid handle on the lap. Let's try and perfect each turn. Remember that chaining good corners together will give you a consistency bonus.
The line they want us to take around there is a bit different to the one I normally use, so if this patches me out. Last lap in this lap, so... Whoa, he's hit us. Oh, we got a broken front wing. That's gonna cost us money. There's the bits and pieces there. Oh, that's a shame. Let's see if we can still get these. Don't have to do a fast lap, so we'll just putt around. Hopefully we can get through the sectors quick enough to get the purple sectors.
Final lap. This is the final lap of the program.
Looks like we're not getting purple this lap either. At least with the broken front wing, it's a bit more balanced for that corner in the rear. Haven't been paying attention to what sort of lap times we're doing.
Practice program over. That's all we need for now.
Okay, so we only got the green. That was an odd one, locking outside front brake. It's not something you do every day.
Lap of fuel remaining.
Box this lap. Box this lap.
Understood. Stopping this lap.
So we're about 2 seconds off the fast guys, which is about where we normally are.
Box this lap. When driving with the pit assist disabled, you'll need to be mindful of your speed when entering the pit lane. If you hit the limiter line too fast, you'll pick up a penalty. Watch the on-screen prompts that show your target speed and distance to the limiter line.
Hey, I'm not even sure how you FCZU12 stands for following. Yeah, I'm not doing too bad. How are you doing? Join the game. It's all pretty new to me, so yeah, we'll get quicker. We'll definitely get quicker, but yeah, I'm liking it. It's a bit less serious than iRacing I normally do. We normally race. I'm from Australia. No, I didn't play F1 19. The last one I
Car
properly played
repairs
was
have set us back a little.
2014 on the Xbox. So, yeah, it's been a while. No, don't be sorry. It's all good. Okay, let's get into this one here. We'll do the flying lap just so we know where we come out for qualifying.
This test is all about tyre management. Try to control the slip through each corner and take extra care putting the power down at the apex.
Funny, when we were in America on our honeymoon, we actually had more people ask if we were British than Australian. So it's quite common. Car does seem better balanced chassis wise, compared to where it was at Vietnam. Hasn't done that mid-corner rear end snap that it's done previously. So yeah, it's definitely an improvement.
Program complete and a job well done. We got some excellent data with that run, so come on back to the garage and I can talk you through the numbers.
Let's hope it's good enough so we can get to up to a points finish. I better look where I'm going. Foxy slap. Okay, so we got tyre management done. We got a purple on that one.
So far, our fastest lap is a 1 minute 39.7.
We'll do the one that I'm worst at, fuel management. We'll use the same set. Not soft.
We're testing fuel management here, so try to lift and coast going into the corners. Don't be too aggressive on the power, but remember, you still have to beat the minimum lap time.
Wonder what our minimum time is going to be. Okay, 41.5. I think we'd be fine with that. Car does have quite a bit of understeer through there. Everyone that's new to the stream, we're at China here on our own career. We started a team called SimSpec Racing Team. We're powered by the Renault. We just got our first lot of upgrades, so hopefully our goal is to push for a points finish, as we got a requirement to get 2 points finishes for this season to get our bonus.
That's an acceptable lap, but you're capable of more if you work at it.
I'm generally really bad at fuel saving on any sort of sim game, and kind of in real life as well, but that's just the way I drive. I like to use the throttle to rotate the car mid-corner. Doesn't work well on the computer. Trying to work out the mechanics how they do the fuel saving on this. I know on iRacing it works off throttle percentage and not your actual rev, so if you're short shifting it doesn't actually help at all. So we'll probably need some chassis upgrades, because it seems to be more of a slower corner understeer issue that we got. So it points to me as a suspension setup sort of issue. Of course, like other rounds, we aren't playing with this setup, we're just playing using whatever's default.
Okay, decent lap there, but there's still more to find. Keep at it.
We'll really give it a go on this one. Short shifting and lifting. Let's see if we can get it. We got it in Melbourne. It's the only round we've been able to. We're almost there. We got it. There's heaps of time to spare too.
Okay, test complete, and that was a very good job indeed. We got a lot of valuable information out of that.
Got some decent points for it. So we can get some more upgrades. It's really not aero grip that we're missing, it's definitely an imbalance in the car and chassis.
Fuel is marginal. Box within 2 laps.
We're having that snap oversteer before. Now we're not sort of getting that. You can see out of this one it will do it here. Understeer converts to oversteer.
Box this lap, please. Box this lap.
And that's just me braking too late. But for here it just understeers, understeer, understeer. It's about the only corner it doesn't play. Sort of want to step out. Box this lap. Box this lap.
Confirmed. We'll receive you at the end of this lap.
There you go. Drink time. Had the pleasure of having to be COVID tested today. Not feeling that great. So, thought I'd do my bit. Get tested while we're all on lockdown. So hopefully it comes back negative. Should do. We've basically been in lockdown here anyway, so even when restrictions were lifted. Okay, so next one, ARS. This one's generally pretty easy. So let's go ahead and get this done.
So far, our fastest lap is a 1:39.7.
1:39.7. That's about the 2-second off the pace mark, so yeah, it's pretty good with that. Thanks everyone that's tuned in again. Don't forget to hit the follow button or leave me a comment. That'd be super great. Trying to get an achievement for 5 chatters at once so everyone can chat. That would be great. Just a reminder, tomorrow's iRacing we won't be doing it as we've got a preview engagement to go to. It's inside the house, so I don't think we're going outside somewhere. One of our favourite bands is putting on a concert virtually, so we'll be pretending that we're going out to a gig and doing it all from the lounge room, so something a bit different. And good on the band for thinking that way. You had to go online and buy tickets to it, and they send you the link when it goes live. And it's actually called the I Hate COVID concert, so kind of fitting. Be the first visual K band that I would have seen. Probably won't understand most of it because it'll be in Japanese, but definitely experience. I'm looking forward to it, so.
Program complete and a job well done. We got some excellent data with that run, so come on back to the garage and I can talk you through the numbers.
Oh, Vettel's quick into there. The fires do make a weird sound off throttle.
Okay, just want to remind you to keep an eye on your tyre temperatures, which you can do on the temperature panel of the MFD. We monitor carcass temperature and surface temperature, and you'll get the best performance when they're both inside a normal operating window. Surface temps tend to fluctuate faster, so try a few laps with the data open and get a feel for how to control them.
Gonna soften up the diff a little, just to see if we can get that over rotation sort of sorted. So the only setup stuff I do is the ones that we can adjust inside the car. Well, that's a bit wide.
We're P14 with that lap.
May not have been better, it was definitely quicker. Well, that's not ideal. Okay, stay off the curb. That's what we learnt there, stay off the curb. Box this lap.
Pitting this lap then, come into the pits at the end of this lap.
A little bit of a slide there. Still good.
We have 2 laps of fuel remaining.
I think we'll do the qualifying one next. Or maybe the race one, I'm not sure. Sorry, just playing around with the stream, trying to get the most out of it. Luckily I have a 2 PC setup so I can play around with it a bit.
best lap so far is a 1 minute 39.1.
So what do you reckon? We do race strategy, or should we do qualifying? I know we don't have a lot of time left. We'll just get the qualifying one done.
Okay, this is a Quali sim. We've estimated the times our closest rivals will be doing, so that's what we need to beat.
It wants us to do a 137.4. I was hoping with these tyres and it wouldn't actually understeer as much, but it's still there. Yeah, we're actually going to do a decent lap here. We're 0.9 up on what it's recommending, so we could go quite close to the top. That's the highest speed we've done. 330.8.
Okay, test complete, and that was a very good job indeed.
We purpled the track.
Information out of that.
Whoa, did not expect that. I definitely think the upgrades are paying off, but as I said, this is one of my better tracks. So, happy with that. Box this lap.
Right, come in at the end of this lap.
Mind you, we're on sauce where everyone else is using hards and mediums, so position on the
Come in this lap, please. Box this lap.
it's no true indication of pace, but I will take it. 36.0. That's the first time we've finished a practice session on top. Must be the new reverse livery. Oh, it's obviously the upgrades. We did get quite a few upgrades, so that is a bonus. Sorry, I always look up. I'm looking up to see anyone's message and stuff. It's all up on screens up above my ridge, so Okay, so it looks like we've unlocked a new helmet. Hopefully we can get that livery soon. That one looks quite good.
It's time to remind ourselves of our top three, who are a Mercedes, Vettel, and Lewis Hamilton. And that's it. Practice is officially over. Until next time, goodbye.
So we're 0.9 quicker than the field. Wow. But as you can see, I'm on the soft tyre. So we'll go to qualifying now. We only run one practice session. We don't use the multiples. I got a button pressing on my keyboard, I think. Now let's get how this is set up, where you've got to use your buttons on the wheel to get everything done. Let's hopefully it's good weather and not like Melbourne where we got hit with rain at the end of the race and the pit crew made a mistake. One thing for sure, it's quite hard driving this game in the wet on slicks. Alright, good, we got some more resource points. That should get us an upgrade. Nearly got to that level 5. Once we get to level 5, we get another sponsor, I think, from what I worked out. Okay, so let's... It's weird that you've got to do that if you skip to, what do you call it? Qualifying, that you've got to go into it twice, but not to worry. It's not that much of an inconvenience. Just shout out to our latest sponsor, Connection Concepts. If you need any wiring looms for Racecar or any Motec items, give them a shout out on Facebook. The link is in the description, I believe. So you should be able to go to them. I drive for a team called Team XRC. We do a lot of iRacing stuff, so you'll be able to see all of our different streams we do on there. I don't think mine are up there, but the other guys will be. Is that a Mercedes or is it a Williams? It's a Williams. It's actually my favourite team, Williams. There's the like we might get rain. Just trying to get a gap. Oh, it's starting to rain. We shouldn't have waited. Try and put it lap in as best we can right now. We have one lap to do it. jinxed myself with the rain comment. Oh well. Just hopefully it can hold off enough. We can get a lap in. I'm starting to feel the track getting slippery now. Definitely not going to be as quick as our other one.
You've just put in the fastest lap.
Whoa,
Good job.
It is quicker by somewhat. Whoa. Did not expect that. I think we'll park it for the rest of the session. We've been beaten by Owen, but didn't expect to go to quicker, that's for sure. Anyway, we'll take it. Box this lap.
Okay, we can take you this lap.
Okay, we're still 2 seconds off the quick guys. But it might be quick enough for top 16. That's what we're really aiming for. Track is definitely getting slippery, so we did put a new motor
Less than a lap of fuel now. The
new
tank is
motor on
empty.
for this race meeting. Really had to. I think the other one was like 75% worn. So didn't want to risk it. We probably should be using another one for practice. We'll probably do that for the next round. Keep using that other motor for practice sessions and keep the good one for the race. And also thank you for everyone watching. I can't believe there's so many people watching. It's probably the most I've had at once. So thank you everyone. It's fantastic. Okay, we'll go to session info. We'll accelerate through the time and see if we can hang into that 7th. I think we're safe. It'll come in and come back out again. It sounds like it's raining quite a bit in the background. Getting there. Want that new livery. 7th. I think that's the best we've done. So only 1.7 off the pace. In front of Dan. But now it's raining and I have not done that much. Not that much practice in the wet, so let's see how we can go. Hopefully it stops. The track can dry out, but I'm doubtful. Yeah, it looks like it's raining out there. We got, yeah, it says it's clear. Okay, I say we'll go out on this tire, hopefully. It looks wet to me. I don't know. Can we see what this tire has on it as it goes past? Oh, I didn't see. Is another one coming? They look like reds to me. So we'll go out, try and get a lap in. Hopefully it's not a generic. Oh, it's still raining. Okay, that was a bit weird. Not sure if my wife would approve, but it's definitely. Okay. Oh no, we'll break. That is. I don't know how they're still going fast. Thanks everyone for commenting. We're on a better lap this time, we're up, so. The track's getting a bit wet.
Less than a lap of fuel now. The tank is empty.
We are up. Hey. How's it going? We have improved. We're nowhere near the times they were doing. Yeah, I say we bring it in. Oh, it's yellow flag. Oh, I think we're out of fuel again. Gotta drive around on the... limp home mode. Oh, that... oh no, we're max fuel. So we're still in the 10. The 10 is the goal to get through to Q3. We're in front of Dan.
This light rain is going to be with us for a while now.
Yeah. Don't like our chances of a dry Q3. Yeah, no problem. Thanks for tuning in. We made it back to the pits. We're in 10th. Still got Ricardo behind us. I really think he will put a lap in that will go quicker. I'm not looking forward to having to do a Quali run in the wet, especially when we haven't really done any practice in the wet or real driving. I do love the wet in real life, so hopefully, especially in karting, thoroughly enjoy going out when it's wet. Here we go. So yeah, it's definitely going to be raining. Raining for the next 10 minutes at least.
If you want to know specific information or make certain changes to the car during a pit stop, you can tell me what you want over the radio. Press and hold the radio button to activate the system, and you can either
Thanks everyone
speak
for
the
tuning
code
in.
or
Don't
select it manually
forget
from
to
the
hit
radio screen
follow.
will appear on
That
the
would help. If you could leave a comment, that would be another great help for me. Can't believe I got so many people tuning in. It's fantastic. Thank you. Yeah, it's definitely raining out, and we got 10th. Whoa, look at that. We got in just like 400ths of a second. Sorry, Dan. So I'm gonna say we're gonna start 10th in the race because not looking forward to our chances in the wet, especially with our car. But we'll definitely give it a go. Still saying dry tyres. I might wait to see if we can see someone go past again to see if that's right. I think intermediates would be the way to go. Let's see what happens. Jesus, it changed that quick. Feels like a car's about to come past. Are they? Yep, here we go. Oh, I don't know what colour that was. No, we'll go out, we'll do a lap. Okay. It's still saying to use these, so we'll give these a go. It's not wet wet, but it's definitely slippery. I guess we can only move up the grid. Whoa. It's definitely slippery. I'm thinking we'd go to a tighter diff, a little wet, just to try and get some better power down. We'll make it slide on power a little bit. Yeah, I hope my viewership keeps going up, but I do put a lot of effort into this. Don't want the fancy little setup for beginner streamer, but that's the way I like to do things. Have the computer sitting there, so why not use two PCs? Was my old SimRig PC, so we've gone to a new PC and use the other one for streaming. Not using a capture card, but we're doing it via network. Yeah, it's definitely getting wet now. I love the rain on the visor, look, it's pretty realistic. Just need some fogging of the windshield, and that would be all set. Oh no. We got it stopped. Not too bad. Sitting 7th. That's the fun. Thanks for tuning in.
There's only one lap of fuel remaining. You've dropped to P10.
No, I haven't gone anywhere.
The fifth floor of the grid.
Yeah. Oh. That looked pretty cool. Oh no, we made contact. Just trying to drive around in these conditions.
Be careful with the front wing. You've taken some minor damage.
Can people still see my stream? Didn't error over here. Okay, I was getting a bunch of errors. Sorry about that, everyone. Hopefully the stream didn't look too bad.
We've had to spend
Streamlabs was
time
saying I had
repairing the
like
damage to the
20%
car.
drop frames for some reason. So I was just trying to close some things to try and get that fixed. Seems fine now.
Our best lap so far is a 1:41.4.
We'll have to accelerate through time. There's no point going out. It's wet. We're in 10th. That's where I thought would be. So, yeah, so. Actually, it's better than I thought it would be. I didn't think we would make Q3. We did. That's a bonus.
With qualifying finished, it's time to remind ourselves of
Went
our
that
top
far off
three.
it.
Bottas, Hamilton and Max Verstappen. Well, that wraps up qualifying, but don't worry, we'll be back tomorrow as we head into the Grand Prix.
I think Bottas could get another win here.
The fans really seem to enjoy that. You made it look easy. Who would you say is your biggest rival at the moment?
Okay. I say Kvyat's probably our biggest. I'd love to say Kimi, but got too much respect for Kimi. Yeah, we'll do Kvyat.
It's been a great qualifying session for you. Are you going to carry that momentum into the race? Appreciate your time.
We updated the logo slightly. We added the shading on it. If anyone noticed that, but yeah, we're almost up to level 4. Almost got that level 5. I reckon we'll get it by the end of the race. Oh, 42 viewers. Thank you very much, everyone tuned in. Okay, let's get the race done. I'm still having some... we've been on for... what is it now? Hour and 15. Just about to start the race. We did the first practice session, qualifying, where we got through to Q3. Now we're about to start the race.
It's time to find out which driver is up to the task of claiming the Chinese Grand Prix. We're here in Shanghai.
Oh, and it's raining. Oh no.
The ever-tightening turns 1 and 2 will prove tricky in the slippery conditions here at Shanghai, and anyone that slides wide will lose a lot of time getting back on track. Turn 14 should still be the best place for overtaking.
I really thought we had a
but
chance
we'll have to see
for
some improvement in the weather before the drivers can take advantage of that DRS assistance.
really thought we had a chance for
And I'm joined once again by Anthony Davidson to bring you the
a top
lowdown
10.
for today's race.
So
Why don't we start by talking about Valtteri Bottas? That was a great win in the last race. Can they keep that momentum going this weekend?
It's always nice to come into a Grand Prix weekend on a high, but your expectations are based much more on your practice and qualifying runs. So it's the momentum from those sessions that they'll be hoping to carry into the race today.
Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Good job yesterday from Valtteri Bottas. The fence starts from pole position, and it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, Leclerc, Alexander Albon, and Ocon, Perez, Sainz, a Mercedes, and Daniel Ricciardo, Norris, Stroll, Pierre Gasly, and Kvyat. Vettel, they've taken a grid penalty. Magnussen, Antonio Giovinazzi, and Kimi Raikkonen. Grosjean, Russell, Alesi, and Nicholas Latifi. And now it's time to head down to the track.
okay. I'd say that we should break our rule for car setup, but
Okay,
we
were
can't
just
because
out
of
the points last race, so this is a good opportunity for us to push for a good point scoring position.
because we got a lock set up. Yeah, I think this is the way to go. One stop, mediums, sorry, enters and enters. Yeah, I think we'll go ahead with that. Okay, let's get the race started. Oh, slipping and sliding. Can't really see. Oh, getting hit from everywhere. Dan's hitting us. 3 wide. Almost 3 wide for here. Oh, this is crazy. Oh, Norris, what are you doing? If we can finish in this weather, I'm gonna be surprised. Oh, got back a little, I can see now. We'll just go to slightly more rear brakes, just because it's wet.
Alright, let's focus now for the rest of the race.
We'll use session 3 here. Try and stop some of that wheel spin. There is this kind of a dry line, as we can see, but I'll try and adjust my line to be on it. I haven't driven any of the other cars, so I don't know how they handle in the wet. What I'm feeling is just the wet weather, or if it's imbalance in the car. I don't know if sort of the go-kart lines sort of work on the game. If anyone knows, let me know. That would be fantastic right now. Having no DRS is going to be a help. Oh, understeer. That's the understeer turn into snap oversteer that I've been talking about. Sort of set in the same sort of gap to everyone. Might be a little bit of a boring race to watch, I'm sorry. I'm trying here. Pulling a little bit gap on Perez. Gasly's a fair bit behind us, so that's good. We might be in for a chance for a point, so we keep this up. Hopefully I haven't spoken too soon.
Will stay with us for at least 20 minutes, maybe more. Light rain is here to stay.
Whoa. I can tell you, this is awfully hard work. If anyone watched my Le Mans last stint, we had to force stint the tyres just to bring it home in 7th. This is probably a little bit harder than that. At least I don't have the tiredness to go along with being up for 24 hours. Apparently I ended up doing 35% of the laps in the car. We only had 2 issues all night, and at one point we were in the top split, and I was actually the quickest in the race up to just before morning broke. So for a fair bit of the time. Then we had an incident with the car. We got aero damage, then that was it. We went back to 10th and we got the car back up to 7th. Whoa, that was close. Tim wanted to break at 50 there for some reason. That's cost a fair bit of time. Let's see if we can get that back down. It's going to be interesting quality tonight if they go ahead with the 40 mil of rain they're expecting for qualifying, so it may not even happen. Maybe just a rush it all at once in the tomorrow morning for the race. So we lost 8/10 on that lap. On that mistake. Let's see if we can not get it all back in one lap. That's one thing you should never do. Just see if we can get back on the tail of Ocon. At least there's a sort of a drier line. I say that as it starts to rain more. Whoa. Oh, I thought we were going off then. Well, pushing hard. We want these points. We're 0.6 behind. Seems like we're just getting a little bit of a draft now. Oh, that understeer. Didn't understand why this time, that's good. It's good if they cut into that slide. Be able to get the power down so much better. I was in the middle of that corner for ages. Chopped off his nose a little bit there.
Our gap to the car in front is 3.2 seconds.
Let's see if we can get the next one. Sort of getting into a groove in the wet now. That's a car. It's Dan in front of us. Dan. Gee, that was a big hit he had today. Last night. Really hope he's okay. He's saying he's got bruising around his knee. I'm sure he, once the race starts he won't notice it. Adrenaline will kick in, but he was hobbling a bit when he got out of the car. Sort of forced to run that line. Do seem to be closing in on me a little bit. Full race report.
You're sat in P8. Ricardo is ahead of you. The gap to the car ahead is 2.4 seconds. They're on old inters. Ocon is behind you. The gap to the car behind is 1.2 seconds. They're on old inters. The distance to the leader is 17.9 seconds. 6 laps until your pit window is open. 21 laps to go.
That was interesting. We were actually quicker doing the go-kart line. And then we threw it all the way there. Anyone don't know what I'm talking about with the go-kart line? Often in the wet you have more grip on the outside of the track. There's less oil, some of the rubber build-up doesn't get into the grooves as much, so the water runs off a bit better. Just hasn't had the traffic over it, it can be more abrasive. When I learned to drive in the wet, in karting we didn't have slicks, we only had slicks to drive around in the wet. Class rules back then couldn't use wets, unlike nowadays where they all run wets, so to run around in the wet. Often us rookies were some of the quickest karts around the wet because we had the skinny tyres all the way around. It was good fun. I wonder if Dan's getting held up here. I seem to be catching both Saints and... Well, naturally we are, since if we're catching one we're going to be catching both if he's being held up. But
Be aware we expect the grip levels to start falling away soon.
what grip levels? I'm supposed to lock and drop all the time, it's not going to be helping. I don't want to go any more rear brake bias at 51%. You lock a rear in this weather and it's pretty much game over generally. only a second behind Dan now. That racing line's starting to disappear. I kind of remember in the last proper where the race was. If anyone can remember, let me know. Not in the game, I'm talking about in real cars. Bit of a scrappy lap this one.
We're a +1 lap of extra fuel. Fuel target +1.
We both got Renault power, so that should keep us pretty equal in a straight line, I think. Accidentally hit neutral then, that was not ideal.
We'll be seeing at least 20 minutes of light rain.
Hopefully it doesn't stop after that. We'll be on our next set of tyres. I guess it's going to be wet for a while by the looks of it. Oh, I can't believe it. 45 viewers. Thanks everyone. Fantastic. Don't forget to hit follow. If you can leave a comment, that'd be fantastic. Hey Zeke. And Tez, awfully a lot of work. And thanks for the subscribing, that's awesome, thank you. We sort of got to this 1 second buffer. We can't sort of close the gap anymore.
Until the pit window, you'll be on inters for the next stint. We're leading our teammate by 28.2 seconds.
Doesn't seem like Oasis that good in the wet. We know how good Dan is in the wet, so must be doing really good to keep up with him. Especially in our first season. We've only had one lot of upgrades on the car. After this race we'll be able to afford to get some more, so that's great. I'm surprised at how much notice how you can notice these changes in the game. It's really good. Like I was saying earlier, I really haven't played one of these properly in 6 years, and back then it was on a hand controller. It's probably longer than that ago, to be honest. I did buy 2017. But I think I played it for 5 minutes. I had troubles getting all my controls to work. But then I was running my own controller for my pedals, and the game didn't recognise it at all. Would recognise it. I think would only recognise it as a button push rather than distance travel. So
The car ahead is beginning to pull away.
we couldn't play it. I was gifted last week, of all things, 2019. I installed it, set it up just to see what the options were, but didn't actually play it at all. I may make a video comparing the two. If that's something people are interested in. Really struggling to keep up with these two now. I think the tyres are going off a little. Tyre report.
Copy that. Parts for next box.
No, wet enters. Intermediates.
Okay, fitting intermediate tyres next.
Well, that was close.
Eighth place. You're in 8th place. Ricardo ahead. Gap to car in front is 1.1 seconds. They're on old inters. Ocon behind. The gap behind us is 3.0 seconds. They're on old inters. The gap to the leader is 24.9 seconds. Your pit window is open. Pit window is open. 15 laps still remaining.
Pit stop information.
We'll be doing one more stop today. One stop left in our strategy. Your pit window is open. Pit window is open.
Box this lap. Box this lap.
Understood. Stopping this lap.
Time for a drink. Need it. Oh, I put the right tyres on, good.
Go, go, go. You'll be
Oh, we
racing
nearly
on the
got
exit.
Ricardo.
Up to speed now. Let's get some heat into those tyres.
Cheeky little maneuver there. Didn't think he was expecting that one. We're back in the 10, that's good. See if we can get Saints weather tyres. Tyres are still good. Carl. Ah, I'm lost for words here. Yeah? China's normally a pretty good race for me. I don't know what it is. I've always done well here on other games. Not just F1, so I don't know if just having the confidence helps, or I'm not that confident in this wet, that's for sure. We did make it through to Q3, which is great. Not our highest qualifying position, funny enough, but it was better than 18th or 19th that we got in the previous race. I didn't think we're close enough.
The gap behind is 2.3 seconds.
It's definitely raining heavier now. I can hear it. Yeah, I'm pretty new to this as well. I'm normally on iRacing driving GTE cars. Used to always be in the supercar on iRacing up until I had my stroke and retired for 5 years. Come back probably 3 months ago, and since then I've really enjoyed the GTE car. I don't know if it's because I got friends that drive it and their company's been great. I just can't drive the supercar anymore. Yeah, I used to play Forza. I sort of got into sim racing, back into sim racing years and years ago. Started with Forza 1, Forza 2, Forza 3. I was really good at Forza 3. I had a few top 10 times at some tracks, mainly in the E and D class cars. I'm normally one that likes slower cars. I don't know what it is. Even with the slot cars and RC that I race, it's always the slower classes that I enjoy the most. I think it's more the driving style. With RC cars, it's 100% the driving style. These slot cars, I love flexies, I don't know, well. Me and my dad do really well at it. Past Victorian titles, there was at inches, literally probably not even inches between us at the end of the race. I got my third state title in a row. I've never been a fan of Need for Speed games. I don't know what it is. probably too arcade-ish for my liking. I started with the original GP game, then GP2. And had all the different add-ons for them, and when I was a kid I used to update the computer when needed for each of those games. So many hours. And multiplayer, I used to do heaps of multiplayer with it where you switch between the cars after every like 5 or 6 laps. That was great fun. Yeah, I had one of the Hot Pursuits. I think the one that had the I think it was the AU and the VX on the front cover. I had that one. Didn't play it hardly at all, but I did get that one mainly because the AU was on the front cover. Dan's taught us back here.
This rain could be with us for a while. Light rain conditions for the foreseeable future.
Hey, what's up? We need to get a move done here just so Dan doesn't get off. I was hoping we could get out of there better. With the draft, get him down into turn 1, down the inside. Yeah, it's not the easiest to view, but I don't like to chase views or anything like that. It just feels unnatural. But it's half the challenge. Obviously we've got driving aids turned off as well. In the process of trying to set up another webcam for my feet so you can see footwork that goes into it all, especially when I drive. When I set her with some of the old retro cars, the amount of footwork that goes into driving them quick. Dan's really catching us. Well, he's caught us now. Did have a 2-second gap on him, thanks to the Alpha. That's the Alfa Romeo. So confusing this season with 2 Alphas. I'm not exactly sure. I just set everything up to hard.
Okay, gap ahead is 15.1 seconds.
Okay, I can't wait to get this new rig. It'll be so much more comfortable. The driving position in this, I've got a next level GT Pro 2. Highly modified, so different seat and wheel raised and pedals moved just to try and get it close to the proper seating position. But we ordered a track racer TR80, a full 80/20 alloy rig and monitor stand. Be really can't wait to see it all set up. We'll have the 2 PCs on it and the 7 monitors set up. Hey, thanks for the follow. Sorry, I haven't called everyone out. It's not easy for me to see that part of the screen. I keep all that sort of information off my main computer. I like to go for the realism sort of thing. Oh, yellow flag. Okay.
Okay, clear.
Look at
Right, some information on Ricardo. It looks like the problem is terminal. They're retiring the car.
oh, that's unfortunate. Even though I'm a Williams fan, Dan's my favourite driver.
You're increasing the gap on the car behind by 0.5 per lap.
I wonder if it's they didn't swap out the motor for this race. We also got the Renault and it wears weird.
Our gap to the car in front is 15.3 seconds.
Oh well. I can't believe we're in 6th. Unreal. I don't want to start celebrating it yet. We may get our points. Might get our first points. Full race report.
We're sat in 6th. Albon ahead. The gap to the car ahead is 15.6 seconds. They're on old inters. Sainz is behind you. Our gap behind is 2.2 seconds. They're on old inters. Our gap to first place is 37.3 seconds. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. 7 laps to go.
Best finish so far. We finished 12th twice. We were looking for points in Melbourne. We come in for a pit stop when it started to rain and the team put slicks back on the car. And that cost us, we ended up finishing 12th there, I think, or 14th. Last round we finished 11th. 11th last round because of a place penalty to Vettel. Dropped him down to like 15th or something. Oh no, we're off the track. I saved it. It's alright. Yeah, this will be our best finish and first points. We chose the sponsor where we got to get 2 points finishes for the year to get an extra bonus. No, I don't have any. I don't use any rewinds. Hey, Amanda. We don't. I sort of have a rule for myself. We don't reattempt any of the challenges, the practice challenges. We get one go at it. If we fail, we fail. We get it. We get it. If I make a mistake, I make a mistake. Trying to keep it realistic as much as I can. That's what I used to do, especially on Forza. We got the gap out on Saints, so that's good. Do you think Carlos would be great in the wet? The rally upbringing. I don't know if the track is drying out or... Car still wants a little bit more grip. So we went through this stage last time on the dyes. They sort of come into a good little zone, then they sort of drop way off the pace. One thing I really like about this game, you see helicopters flying around and just the small little details. That's the quickest lap of the race.
Tyre condition is still looking good. Okay, gap ahead is 15.2 seconds.
We're actually slowly catching them. I would have thought this would have been a track where in the wet Red Bulls would have won.
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
We must be near the end, 3 laps of fuel. Actually been using more fuel than expected. I would have thought we'd use less in the wet. There you go. I want to thank everyone that's tuned in so far. We used the Renault. I nearly went Mercedes, but I couldn't just the extra spend. We went Renault, we chose Lacey as our co-driver. I was tempted to get Shoemaker. Just because it was the Shoemaker edition, I thought it might have been sort of like a good thing to get him as a driver. There was never, even though I have full respect for all of his achievements, I wasn't a big Shoemaker fan, mainly because I'm a Williams fan and haven't forgiven him for what happened. Pretty much like that with supercars too, I can't follow Jamie, mainly because we're rivals in karting, so I can't follow him that way. But then again, I followed Will, and we all drove together, and same with Kelly's. But Winthrop was my main rival, so I think that's why I just can't follow him. I don't wish him not to have a good race or anything, I just don't cheer him on. We still give each other shit on the internet occasionally. I won a big major race that he never won, so I kind of remind him of that occasionally. And he comes back with his supercar trophies, so which is a fair reply. On my YouTube channel, there's actually a video of Winthrop and myself racing rookies when what was it, back in '92, the Junior Sprint Classic, which is the race I was talking about. Ended up winning it. Just lap traffic. Oh, wow. Speaking of the Williams, we might lap one. Well, this is the first as well. We haven't lapped anyone yet. The track must be drying up to certain fastest laps. The tyres are 50% worn, basically. Really think Russell will go into big things in F1.
This is your final lap of the race.
Can we hold it together? Can the car stay together for one last lap? That's all we want. Get those points. I can't even remember how many points you get for 6.
The car behind is dropping back. We're seeing a gap form. Our gap to the car in front is 15.1 seconds.
Is it 4 points or 5 points? Oh, I can't remember. The Vettel one. Did not expect that. Oh, so Bottas one. I think that's his 3rd win of the season. He's doing really well. Thanks Crazy Cub for Crazy Cuban Jr. for subscribing. That's awesome. Glad to have you on board. Oh, that was a bit close. Oh, the car stopped. Oh my, we just got across the line.
That's the end of the race.
The
We'll
car
see you
died
in
coming out of the last
Q3.
corner. You want to see that? That's unreal. I cannot believe that. It literally died as we come out of the last corner. Yellow
And
lights flashed
Mercedes
onto
have
it
pulled
and
off a
everything.
great victory here today.
Oh wow.
Tell me, Ant, how do you think they were able to deliver such an incredible result today?
Well, keeping their tyre temperatures up in the tricky wet conditions was really important. There's not much grip out there at the best of times, and it's 10 times worse if you're out there on cold tyres. So the way they kept the rubber in its proper operating window was a huge advantage today.
So after a magnificent race, we can now see the drivers making their way to the podium. Once again, it's the Silver Arrows who take top spot.
Hamilton doesn't look too impressed there. Hey, we got level 5.
And after this round of the World Championship, here's how
Oh, we got
things
8
look
points
in the
for it.
drivers' table. More points for Valtteri
8
Bottas,
points, wow.
further solidifying his lead at the top of the table. Let's focus on the driver of the day, Anthony Davidson. Who do you pick?
I have to say Sebastian Vettel certainly caught my eye during today's race. Incredible driving.
Let's move on to the constructors. Mercedes continue to extend their lead. Meanwhile, good work from the owner drivers team this weekend, who pushed themselves further up the order. After an event like that, who knows what the sport has in store for us next time? Be sure to join us again as we continue to bring you the latest excitement in Formula One.
Okay, let's look at the highlights of the race. I'm sure there's going to be a few. Sliding around. Well, this is a crazy stuff. We're so lucky to get through. Getting hit 3 or 4 times. And we have damage on as well. So lucky. What if we see it like last round we have our the bottom of the car all broken on the sides and the side pod. No, we got through quite well. One thing I wish we get to choose, matte and metallic paints for our liveries. Or even chrome. Oh no, we do have a broken side pod. Well, that's 2 races in a row. It's going to cost us some money on repairs, but well worth it, I think. Excuse me. I have a thing I've always done, even in karting, to iRacing, to these games. I normally always get a pass done around the outside, so glad to see we got one down here. I didn't even realise we did it at the time. There we go, 8 points. Well, can't believe the car stopped coming over the line. Okay. We'll go to race director like we normally do. Incidents. I say a mechanical failure and a terminal failure for Magnussen. It's unlucky for him. Okay. What if we get interviewed here? Don't always seem to get it, but
Amazing performance out there. I'm sure you're pretty happy with that. Did you have the wrong fuel strategy today, or was it your management?
oh, so we run out of fuel as we cross the road. That's what happened. Okay. I guess it was me. That was my fault. Last time I checked, we still had .2.
You
So
were cutting your way through the field during the race.
we don't have to deal with this.
You really looked in control of your car out there. Your team must be thrilled.
We're gonna thank the team, since it is our team.
Did you feel comfortable in the wet weather today?
Yeah, we go the pro team answer.
Appreciate your time.
I think we definitely beat our rival there. So we gotta get to 30 points on the rivals. Okay. Up to level 4. Yes, we got that level 5. We should get a new sponsor now. That's good. More money is always better. We like Canada. We want more money. Okay. Looks like we're getting some upgrades, hopefully. Let's see if we can do anything with the car. Let's see, we're 19% at war on that. Okay, 59%, 41. I might go to a new one of those. Energy store, 41. Still should be fine after 4 races. It's only about 10% wear a race. And we're fine with that. On the second one, the first one's 44%. And electronics is still fine. Yes, we do get a new sponsor. Let's add a new sponsor. Qualify P10 or better. Don't know we can do that all the time, so maced it on. Draw 3 constructors championship points during a race. Oh, that's weekly. Okay. Overtake 5 different drivers during a race. I feel we can do that one. As a team, complete a total of 50 laps. Yeah, that's an easy one. Weekly, it's not that high. The gold bonus is pretty good. I think we'll just see what this one is. Achieve the fastest lap during a race. No. No. That's pretty easy, but the money's pretty low on that one. No. Yeah, that one's probably pushing it a bit too much. That one's ideal, but I think we'll go with these guys. Oh, not this. Is it this one here? Overtake 5 different drivers during a race. I think we could achieve this one quite often. Okay, we'll add that sponsor. Extra money, we got points. We're 13th in the championship, 7th in the team's championship. Well, I don't think we'll beat Racing Point, but the next one's the catch. Okay, let's look at the research tree. We definitely need the engine durability, so we're gonna get this for sure. Starfish. Oh, I can't even say that. Starfish. Even Jack. There we go. Sorry. Okay. Almost through on that one. I don't think we can get any more here at the moment. Get the front grip upgrade that we want. Okay, that's all we got points for. Okay. Activities. I think we'll just autofill these as per normal. PR filming, power development focus. Okay. It's hard when you've got interviews in the middle. Okay. Back. Sorry, the steering wheel's in front of some of the screen. Okay, we'll advance time. We get an ignition upgrade. Power
As we
upgrade.
continue to increase our acclaim, more potential partners become willing to work with us. We can now approach an additional sponsor from the corporate tab.
We've already done that, but okay. I'm still puffed from that race.
Well, it's great to be back at your headquarters, and I've got to say, an awful lot's changed since we were last here. Let's dive in with some questions. Would it be safe to say that, in terms of team orders, your career comes first in your team?
We've no team orders here.
Let's talk about your new second driver. How are they settling in?
You better be loving the car. We're paying him.
Your team's been picking up points fairly consistently.
Fairly
Do you think you'll be
consistent, we
able to
got it
become a
once.
challenge to the top teams in the future?
I think that's fair.
Your second driver seems to be getting much more comfortable with their car. Have you been focusing on their development? What are your predictions for your team going into this season?
My predictions going into this season. I think that one's probably the most realistic.
It's been wonderful to spend some time with you. Best of luck out on track.
Let's do. We got some more tire upgrades, so hopefully we improve the next round. Okay. Well, advance the time again. We got some more money. Got new dampers for the car, so that's going to help for sure. And that's the end of the race weekend. Thank you everyone that's tuned in. You've been fantastic. I can't believe how many viewers and comments we got. You're all fantastic. Thank you very much for those that subscribed. Yeah, it's totally blew me away. I was getting a little bit down on streaming, but yeah, thank you so much for everyone that's commented, subscribed, watched the stream. We'll be back. Normally we'll be back on Sunday for the AMF Australian Mixed and Fixed on iRacing, but we won't be doing that this week, as I was saying for the broadcast. We got a online concert we're going to watch. Really looking forward to that. It's a Japanese visual K band called Deviloof. Not everyone's sort of cup of tea, but me and my wife love it. So we're going to be watching that, but we should be back on Monday, if not during the day tomorrow, for another F1 stream. Thank you everyone that tuned in, and I'll see you all then.